We got these big... Goddamn, Ari wanted to put these things on the microphones.
Okay.
These shock mounts. Oh, we can take that away.
What for?
It holds the microphone better and better weight distribution or some crap.
Okay.
Oh, stand
What?
up for a sec.
Oh!
Woo. There we go. Daniel's been sleeping on the couch again.
Really?
No, I don't think so. It's all right.
Because I don't want to get any crabs or nothing. Like, I don't want to get anything.
I don't think any crabs want to get any Daniel.
Like even Miss Rona didn't want him. Like even coronavirus didn't want him. So.
That's right. Wait, hold on. Okay, and finally the camera.
Ooh.
I just put you in the shot. Put you in the shot better. We're here. Hi everyone. Welcome. We're back.
Woo!
Yay! Say hi in the chat if you're here. The view that we have doesn't tell us how many concurrent viewers we have, how many people are online from our little admin screen here. So say hello on the chat. Good, Silla, you're back.
Yes.
Oh, it's hot as fuck today.
I'm sweating, but I'm always sweating for different reasons.
Oh, she's hot.
Yes.
Something you've done wrong. You're like, Mariana's going to find out.
Yeah, and I'm just like, she's actually a police officer now. Like, she has the uniform and stuff.
Dang.
I am intimidated as fuck. But somehow I'm like also thinking, would you strip on my birthday?
Yeah.
Like, because that would be hot.
She's got that sexy, got those handcuffs, yeah. And then she puts them on and it's really tight, like, oh, Mariana, it's too tight. Oh. And then she takes you away.
No, I would love if she would have, like, not the taser, but, you know, what is the staff? Or
Oh, it's called a nightstick.
Yes.
Okay, you mean the black stick that they...
Yes.
Whoa. Yeah, nightstick. It's a weird term. I don't know why it's nightstick.
Because you do it at night.
With a big black stick. Bam! Bang! Bang!
Hi, girl. Like, we have first comments. Like,
That's right,
it was
yes.
like, yes, she says that it's great to see Silla again. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, get out of here. Doesn't want to see me. No, me. It's fine. You see me all the time. Well, last time we had Mariana. It was lovely to talk to Mariana. Then we had the week off. We had the show in Pärnu that week, and I was doing some work. And that was nice. And you went to Vilnius.
I went to Lithuania.
How was Lithuania?
Hot. Because it was like 26 degrees.
Okay.
Before the thunderstorm. There was a huge thunderstorm after that. It was great. We went to like museums. We were walking like 25 kilometers per day. We went out to eat, drinks, everything. It was really fun. I really enjoyed my time. And
Oh, Louis just spilled his beer. Sorry, it's fine. If you are one of the other people that use this studio, you didn't see that. We'll just push that into the carpet a little bit. Right. Good. We're okay.
you nasty.
It's fine. That's all right. Well, I don't know. Well, now that but this is the problem. The beer goes onto the rug, but now what do I do? Do I got to get the tissues or? Let's just not tell Daniel. It's okay.
Like he would notice. Like I've seen him with the same shirt with 3 days and the same beer stains. It's like, he's fine.
Okay, so it was hot in Vilnius.
Yes.
And you guys went out?
Yes.
Some clubs or something? Or what did you do?
No, because like my friend, she's not like that. She wants to have more like a cultural trip. And I was like, in the end of the evening, I was really tired. So I had just a couple of cocktails. We went out to bars and stuff and we sit there and it was like really nice time. But the funniest thing for me was before I went to Vilnius, I actually I met online with this Lithuanian because you recommended to me.
They're not bad. Okay. Yeah.
Fuck you, Louis.
Oh, really? You didn't have a good Lithuanian experience?
No, I did not.
Okay. So first of all, how did you meet? What?
Well, yeah, on Bumble.
On Bumble,
On Bumble,
okay.
yeah. So he was in Tallinn. He wanted to meet me. Like, he wanted to have beers. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Like, but okay. First of all, I don't like guys who want to get me drunk. Okay. I'm 29. I know this shit, okay? Like,
I've seen the game. All right,
Yeah,
you know
like-
the game plan. You're like, I've seen this playbook before.
if I say I'm gonna have a beer, then I'm gonna have a beer, not 10 shots, okay, honey?
Oh, is he trying? You can't see if you're having. Maybe I could just drink the beer fast, get another beer and another beer. But if you go beer to shots, this says, okay, this is a problem, right?
So I was kind of like, no, and like, you're 36, you should know better, for my opinion, whatever. Anyway, so I was really trying to have like a, nice conversation, whatever, but it was not working, like, at all. Like, I mean, like, I was just like,
He wasn't, okay, you were talking, you were trying to talk, and what he...
It was like awkward, and like,
Okay.
he was just, like, everything led back to, so how is being single, and like, talking about all the time, like, relationships and sex, and I'm like, I don't even fucking know. You're not Louis, okay? I'm not comfortable talking about sex with you on a first date, okay? It's not cool. I don't like that shit.
Okay, that's a bit much, first date. I mean,
Yeah, and then, okay, so he was asking me a couple of questions, and I was just, I tried to seem like a nice person, and understand.
Well, try, you could try.
And whatever you're gonna say, I'm gonna assume it's a joke. If it's something like I don't get it or sounds offensive or whatever, I'm just gonna be like, okay, you're joking, baby, right?
Okay.
So that's my approach, because I don't know this person. I don't know his sense of humor. I don't know what he wants. What's his deal? I don't know him, because I just it's the first time I'm seeing this person. So anyway, he asked me like, is there something in my life that I regret that I have done? I was like, well, actually, there's one thing. I was on TV and I fucking hated giving that interview, and it sucked, and I was upset about it, and I really regret going there, because I knew that I wasn't gonna have a good time and blah blah. So I was explaining what happened, and he was like, okay. I was like, do you regret anything in your life? He was like, yeah, I had a threesome.
I regret that. Who is it with? Your sister and your uncle? Like, why?
I had so many questions. I was like, excuse me? Like, because you do not expect somebody to say, like, they don't know you, they're gonna be like, yeah, I had a threesome. And I was like,
Right.
wait, what? Like, I was like,
And where are you going with this angle? If his goal was to get you into bed.
I was like,
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, like, let's take a little moment here.
Sure.
Like, this needs to sink in. So I asked him, like, I was like, why do you regret it? Like, but, okay, my first question was it with guys or with girls?
Of course.
It was with girls. So I was like, okay, why do you regret it? Like, it's every guy's fantasy. Like, I appreciate that he was open about it and stuff. It was cool. He was like, it's like, it didn't go well with my fantasy. Like, in my head, it was better, but it wasn't actually that good.
Oh,
And I was
tough
like,
life, bro.
I was like, honey, if two women at the same time cannot satisfy you and you go out with me, it's like, I'm gonna talk you to sleep, okay, honey? Like, it's like
I mean, that's some deep philosophy to be coming out with on the first date, let alone the sex stuff. Like, what do you regret? Oh, one of my deepest fantasies didn't satisfy me. Now life is meaningless. Here I am in Tallinn.
So there was a lot of red flags, and I was just like, okay, so what do you like? Actually, okay, I get that your short time staying here, you probably just looking to hook up. Like, probably it's the thing.
Sure.
And he was like, yeah, I'm not interested in relationships or anything like serious, And then after that, I was just, you know what? I'm not interested in you. I'm sorry. Like, because like it was just, I really tried, and I was just, but after the threesome thing, I was like, well, I don't know how do I continue the conversation? What the fuck am I supposed to talk about now?
Who does that? Like,
Like, I was just like,
where did you expect that to go? Like, how did you see that part of the conversation playing out in your mind? What reaction were you hoping to elicit from her? Like, BT dubs, yo, on the sly, yo, had a threesome, yo, but I'm deep about it and I'm sentimental and it really has affected my deep poet soul. Like, what, bro? No, you were fucking two chicks. What's up?
So anyway, I kind of like ghosted him because I was like, well, no, thank you, And the funniest thing, I went to Lithuania and I saw him like he was the
threesome guy. Why are you alone? I've heard things.
It was like literally like, just walking like on the street, like I'm in Old Town and I'm with my friend and I have my sunglasses on and I'm like,
like one Lithuanian and
I was like, fuck, Lithuania is not this big, like, it's like everybody's like, oh yeah, go travel, blah blah. The world is fucking small. You cannot do this shit. And I was like, oh, and I told my friend like, look over there, let's go see what's here. It was so awkward, But I was hoping that because usually when I travel, don't have that much makeup on. I look like shit, So I was like, maybe I look this shit that he doesn't recognize me.
Okay.
So that's what.
So he didn't see. You think?
I don't know because I was just like, change course.
It would have been great if he was with a chick. He'd be like, oh, hey, is this one of the ones you had a threesome with? Because apparently it's okay to just drop that in the middle of a conversation anytime. So let's talk about your threesome, bro.
It was so awkward. You have no idea. I was like,
such an awkward humble brag. Like, oh, well, when you get your fantasies, they don't always turn out how you want. Like, oh, okay, bro, save me the fucking philosophy, Marcus Aurelius. All right. Like, calm down.
I did not expect that. I was like, well, you actually did impress me in a way that I was surprised. I did not see that coming, and that's really rare. So I was like, yeah.
Was he, I don't know. Was he reasonably good looking? What do you think?
He was tall and average for me. Like nothing like drop dead gorgeous, but like for me, it's not about the looks. It's about the person. Yeah, it is. It is.
Here she goes again. It's not about the looks. It's about how I feel with the person.
Absolutely.
Give you a hottie and you'll be climbing on board for sure. All right, like, it's all about the looks.
But I'm doing this with you. Anyway, yeah. So it was a bit awkward, but for me, it was just, it's so ironic, It's just like, okay, who cares? He's not from here. I'm never gonna see him again. And then I see him. Because he told me like, yeah, he's gonna be in Vilnius the same weekend that I'm gonna be. Like I was like, yeah, cool. Like like Vilnius, big city, not big. No, not a big city. No, it's like. Because he was actually giving me tips and stuff to do there. And so I was, oh my God, I was just like, and my friend was like, what's wrong? I was like, nothing. So like, just, like, oh, there's a museum. Let's go.
Oh my God, that's great.
Oh, it was funny.
So and then so at the same time, what bar or what place did you go out to?
Suveteras, do you know?
Oh, is that down at Suveteras down at the harbour? Oh, okay, and then like that. Yeah, okay, that harbour building near the other.
Because people don't know me there, so.
I can't be seen with this Lithuanian slime. No,
it's kind of like a blind date, in a way.
Sure,
so I don't know if I'm gonna hate him in the music. Like I don't know.
You gotta bail.
Yeah, like it's like, and it's a big place. I'm just like, yeah. So there's a lot of girls here, Feel free.
Let's go. Suveteras. There's no Finnish guys there right now. Could only be the Lithuanian guy. Because that was the early days of the border opening. So he would have just made it up. Yeah. Isn't that so like weird right now that like the ads you see around town, it's like, visit Riga. Visit the historic capital of Vilnius. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, nah. It's like Estonians are going to Latvia, and Latvians go to Lithuania, Lithuanians go to Australia. We're all just stay at home. It's the same shit. Save your money.
But actually, to be honest, I really enjoyed Vilnius, and I thought it was a beautiful city, and it was just, change of scenery for me, and I was just like, I was enjoying myself. It was just like a nice weekend away. And
how's that? 8 hours on the bus?
Well, I sleep. I don't care. I don't know. Because I'm that type of person, like, I can sleep anywhere. I can sleep on the stairs, on the floor, on the forest.
Clearly not in some Lithuanian guy's bed. Hey! I can't do that. I'm fucking terrible at sleeping in Lithuanian guys' beds. No, at any place, any car ride or something, I can't. So okay, Vilnius. I'm trying to think of the things. So you stayed was in the hostel. Was it?
No, actually, we stayed not in an Airbnb, but it was like how to say, like a tiny apartment.
Right. So you had a room. It was you
yeah.
and two. Okay. So
it was
I wasn't sure whether you're in the backpacker hostel, but then again, there would be no. Because sorry, for a moment, whenever someone says, "Oh, I was in the backpacker hostel," I was like, "How is the annoying Aussie guy in your room?" Because there's always an annoying Aussie guy in your room.
And you've been that.
I was. I've done my time, my national service. I've been through enough hostels, being like, "Hey, you go, mate. You good? Yeah, fucking right. Oh, let's go." I've done that enough that I know that there will be some other great Australian taking up the cause. But it's in, okay, right now there couldn't have been.
Yeah, because we were thinking like with the coronavirus and everything, my friend just told me that she wants to be somewhere like where we're separated from other people because we don't want to use the same bathrooms and kitchens and the stuff. So it just we don't want to use any common space. So we trust each other. We know that we are healthy, so we can stay together. But so we decided to. But it was cheap actually. I think due to the virus, they have really lowered the price.
Everything's cheap right now.
So it was okay to travel and. Yeah, so we were like, we did a little bit shopping and we went to museums and stuff, and it was like really like a.
Don't they have the same shops that we have here, like same brands and stuff?
We always go to secondhand shops.
Oh,
so it's
very
always
cool,
different.
very hip.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we went to this vintage secondhand shop, and we found so much. Like I found this, and like really nice things, and So and my friend also, she found like dresses and stuff, and I found really nice things there, and like we had a great time because. It's still like the food is a little bit different, and you don't know the place, and you get lost a little bit, and it was great. I just love traveling, and I missed it so much, and I just wanted to get out of Tallinn because literally I've been in my home for the past like 3 months, just stuck at home and with you on Fridays.
No good. No good. So it's good to get out. It's nice to go.
Yeah, just do something different,
I guess I could go to Vilnius. Then Riga. Do you feel like that? Like Riga,
Riga is so like Tallinn for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I found like buildings, parts of it, there's so similar architecture and like...
I don't know if you're aware there was this thing called the Soviet Union.
Oh, shocking.
Have you heard of that place? Yeah.
Like that's why the politics are so similar.
A little guy called Khrushchev, minor player in history, but had a few of... So,
yeah, it's kind of like... It's similar, but it's different, and it's cheaper a little bit, and why not? And I like seeing like different people, like I like walking on the street, being kind of like anonymous, like nobody knows me, like nobody understands me. They're all like chivo, like what the fuck you want? It's like, and it's cool in a way. It's kind of liberating.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
So, and it's just like, okay.
We want to, I think Tim had the idea that what we wanted to do was go do an English comedy show there soon.
Oh, cool.
Because we have a nice little venue there.
Yeah.
And, we're not going to be doing any international English shows for a while. We certainly can't import anybody from the United Kingdom or something like that. Mm-hmm. So Tim was like, let's just book the room and go do a show for the night. And I'm like, actually, it's not a bad idea. So, I think maybe by August we might do it. Okay, summer, summer is summer, but...
Totally cool. And for me, it was just like I kind of felt like I was living in the Soviet Union because I was only allowed to go as far as Lithuania.
Yes!
I want to travel, but no. You can only go, the borders are closed, stay at home, you're only allowed as far as Lithuania, and there are fucking rules. You have to wear the mask, you have to, there's a lot of rules. So, yeah, because for us, when we went to a museum, they even gave us gloves and stuff like that, and we had to put the mask on and disinfect this, and they took our temperature. And
Dang, took your temperature.
Yeah, it was really weird. It's like, miss... Stay there. It's like, no, you have to and I was not allowed to a store there because I didn't have a mask. Damn. So they locked the door. They didn't let me in. They literally
racism. The racism.
That's discrimination.
Is it racism? Discrimination? Okay, whatever. Look, Silla lives matter. That's all I know. That's all I was trying to say.
Aww.
Okay. You and I. Okay, you and I. Wait, that sounded wrong. I haven't heard of any place in Estonia discriminating based on mask. Like, you can't come in because you don't have a mask on.
No.
If someone has
really strict rules.
If you have in the chat, if you've seen I don't know, store or whatever, fucking something where you can't walk in without a mask. And if they have actually denied you entry without the mask, please write it, because I
think like Estonians are too rebel for that. Estonians are like, oh, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. They don't care. Like,
it's so weird because we were so good. I mean, maybe we're allowed to now. Maybe we're allowed because we were so good at the lockdown and obeying the rules and doing what Yuri says and all that shit. and now we kind of like, I don't want to say got rid of it, but it seems like it's all right for now. And there's still some new cases. I'm not saying we're out of the woods.
There's really few, like 1 or 2 or 3 per day.
Right.
So
Which
the
is
numbers
still,
are so low.
The numbers are still low.
Yeah.
Not saying we're out of the woods, but it's going all right. It's because people were so good then that maybe now we're like, we did our job. You know what? Those Americans, they're fucked. Not us. We did our job. And so, because now we've done, what is it? It's Friday, the 19th of June, and we have done 20 stand-up comedy shows since June 1.
Awesome.
And I have yet to see one person that gives a fuck.
True, that is so true. But yeah, in Lithuania, the rules are very strict. Like if you go to a public transport, we didn't use it much. We just one time we needed to use it, and you had to go there in a mask. And with stores, forget about like, and literally everybody in the store was wearing a mask.
Wow.
There was not a single person. I mean, this shit was real. This was like some Chernobyl shit. I don't know. Like really, I was like, wow. And I was really kind of impressed because they're taking it seriously, you know. And for us, it's like, yeah, rules, blah, blah, blah. But they were really like making sure that people follow it. So it was so funny when they locked the door. I couldn't get in the market, and I was like, let me in. Like I want to be.
Is your door broken? It doesn't. You can see my mouth because I don't have a mask. See, yes. Is it, bro? Okay.
So and I literally had to put on the mask, and then they opened the door, and it never happened to me.
And that
before.
was it. Holy shit!
And I was like, because it's 26 degrees, I was sweating.
Okay.
Like it was really tough to wear the mask. But I understand. Okay, if it's your rules. But for me, the toughest rule was that the alcohol rules, the alcohol law. I didn't know.
What's the law?
Oh, so they sell on supermarkets alcohol until 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. Yeah.
So you're going 9:30. Better get down there to get my booze.
No. They were like, no, honey.
Okay.
And I didn't know that. And on Sundays, it's until 3 o'clock.
Jesus, talk about your hair of the dog. I get on the fucking drink by 3 p.m. Okay.
But like, you know, you go outside, the beer is anyway like €3. So I was like, whatever, you know. It's like
why do you poor fucks make it hard to get your cheap alcohol? That was hard. That reminds me of when I was living in Sweden.
Yeah.
They've got that fucking Systemet-bolaget, and it's like open for like 2 hours a day or something.
Yeah.
From
They have
Tuesday
like
to
different
Wednesday.
stores, right?
Yeah, they've got different stores. Yeah. You can only buy, I mean, I think under 4.5% you can buy in the supermarket, but under 4%, who cares? And, you know, below anything else you have to buy from that, and it's only open like fucking for 90 seconds a day.
Yeah, and also in Lithuania, I'm not really sure, but I know that the drinking age is 21.
What?
Like, that's what I was told, but I don't know if it was for... What?
Why, no. I've had enough of this. That's it. No,
okay, Louis is losing his shit.
I'm just going to fucking look it up.
Lithuania drinking age.
If the internet goes, if the stream goes,
it's 20. Sorry.
20 drugs, alcohol, and food. What? Minimum legal age for buying alcohol is 20. TrueLithuania.com. Well, better than fake news Lithuania. Okay, what do we got?
But age of consent is 14.
Dang. Here we go. Recreational drugs are illegal. In brackets, this is enforced. Alcohol is legal. Okay, minimum. Buying cigarettes is... I love that. Is 18, but you can't buy booze till you're 20. And pork is legal. Just want to let you know.
It's not a Muslim country.
Pork is legal. Wait.
A divorce is allowed.
What is this fucking website? This says truelithuania.com, all right? It says pornography is illegal. All right.
What?
Prostitution is illegal. Age of consent is 14. Oh
but 16 if the partner is over 18.
Isn't that similar to Estonian laws?
In Estonia, the age of consent is 14.
Yeah, but you can only be doing it with a 14-year-old if you're a 15-year-old.
No.
I thought we had the same thing.
No. It's age of consent is 14. You can be an adult and fucking 14-year-olds. It's a big issue in Estonia, actually.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
No. What I knew is I thought it was the same as what the Lithuanian said, that if you're 14, it says, but the partner can't be over 16 if it's with a 14-year-old.
No. So the law is actually, it states like it's illegal for an adult to have sex with somebody under the age of 14.
Sure.
So that means the age of consent is 14. So if you're 50, you can fuck 14-year-olds. Like.
Great. Welcome. Welcome to Estonia. Yes.
But the funny thing is, like, if a 14-year-old needs therapy, like she or he would need a parent's permission.
Yeah, I mean, 14. I don't understand with the 14-year-old law thing. Like, how I don't understand how they don't just put it to the parliament and they go vote yes or no. And if you vote no to not change it, like, you're instantly taken away to a gulag. There are no more gulags, but they'll make a gulag. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't see how. Wait, so Estonia. Oh, this is the drinking age.
Yeah.
But then we go down to Lithuania, 20.
It's 20, yeah. I was told, like.
And the minimum age was raised from 18 to 20 in 2018.
But why?
Why? Why would you do that, Lithuania? Raise it. Like, is that the problem? Really? Because I could name a whole bunch of problems with Lithuania, but.
But for me, it's I'm pretty sure that they had a similar, like, alcohol culture, like in Estonia. Sure. So everybody starts to drink at 14. Anyway, illegally.
Do you think that does it, though? Do you think it's really going to fix it up? Like,
no, come on, no.
Because I guess what they're trying to do with that is raise the bar, so to speak. And, like, that was also what the Lithuanian guy was trying to do with you as well. Raise the bar. However, they're trying to raise the bar, I guess, the overall standard. And if they drag up the minimum from 18 to 20, they hope to drag up the whatever, the dregs, at the bottom, the 12, the 14 gets dragged up, right?
Yeah.
But all it does is make for some friggin' frustrated 18 and 19-year-olds.
Can you imagine in 2018, you would turn 18 years, and then they change the law, bitch, and you're fucked.
It'd be some little shithead who was born in the year 2000. I'm a millennial. I know my rights. Oh, I bet they're on Twitter. Hashtag fucking me no booze.
Patriot.
Whatever. Yeah. Bring down the government. Yo, defund the government because I can't drink a beer.
No, it's Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Defund the police and like fuck the system and all that.
Yeah. Because it does seem to. I'm like
But I would be pissed. Okay,
right.
If that would happen to me, I would be pissed as well. Like I just turned 18 and the government is like, no.
Can't go to the club. Maybe the bar. I mean, maybe it's like Estonia where no one really checks your IDs anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah.
That's the big, because Australia is extremely strict.
Okay.
You're not even allowed after like 6 p.m. You're not even allowed on the ground, on the building.
Okay.
Of the bar, the pub, whatever. So I think maybe in the middle of the day because they often serve lunches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But extremely strict. Yo, Round Dog, good to see you, buddy. What's going on, man? We're doing good.
Yeah. It was really strict in Helsinki as well. Like I remember the bars closed. I think it was like 3:30 or something like that.
Wait,
or 4
in the morning.
Or in the morning. Like the bars closed like 4 in the morning, but the last call was half an hour before. So it was basically like everybody was like outside of the bars and clubs at the same time, and it was really like. You've seen the movie 300. It was crazy.
For Sparta! That's how we are in Tartu when we're going to Merkel. For Sparta!
Yeah. Actually, today I met the guys from Gengök.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they were selling vegan shashlik.
Oh, Gengök, but you mean the new one or the old one?
Well, because Gengök, like it's closed now.
Yeah.
But they are selling like barbecue, like vegan barbecue and stuff.
Right, yeah. And I didn't mean bad in a bad way, but the old one because they moved out of Gengök.
Yes.
And now it's Karel selling pelmeni, which are bueno, baby. If you want some food, go late night to Mökku. In Tartu, Karel is going to sort you out with some of their mushroom pelmenis. Mwah. But the previous place was the vegan joint.
Yeah, they have mushroom pelmenis. I was just asking that.
Oh, it's tip top. Yeah, they've got like 6 different varieties. Some's vegan or something as well.
Awesome.
Some vegetarian. all it's
Because I always assume that the dumplings are not like vegan because like traditionally they're not. So
I don't know. Maybe look, I can't remember. I was drunk. It was Merkel. We know how
you were like,
Merkel.
this tastes like mushrooms.
Yeah.
So I just because there's midsummer coming, so I bought some vegan barbecue.
Nice.
Yes,
Okay.
and they were in Tallinn, and we were just talking, and I was like, "So, are you gonna open somewhere else?" They were like, "No, not right now," and they're just
They're
hustling.
doing the food van thing or something?
They're
Okay.
doing like they're just making some vegan like fish and vegan stuff, and they're just selling that, and they're taking orders.
Vegan fish, is that a thing?
Yes,
So also vegan's not vegetarian.
vegan is not vegetarian.
Oh.
So like they make salmon out of carrots.
Wait.
You don't know that?
Wait. Fish is... Wait.
Yeah, okay.
Salmon out of carrots.
Yes.
But it's not fish.
No, it's not fish. But it's
Like
because
it wasn't
tastes-
originally once swimming in a little Norwegian
but
stream.
it tastes like salmon because they marinate it in a certain way.
Okay.
They they cook it in an oven with a marinated thing, and it tastes like fish. But it's vegan. It's not salmon. But it's still because the carrot kind of like the color looks similar.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's like vegan fish.
All right.
Because when I was in Lithuania, actually, I had vegan fish and chips, and it was tofu with nori.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at me like it is disgusting, but it was really good, and it was deep fried, and I was like,
Okay. All right.
I
Well,
like it.
you fucking deep fry anything, and it's gonna be
I like it.
it's gonna be half okay.
And fries and stuff, and I was
Sure.
like,
All right. I understand all that. But it's fine. Right on. Like, it's got to be. I guess the ones that I don't really get is, all right, I can believe you about food. I can believe you like, all right, this is the food I eat. It's vegan food. It's sourced ecologically. And it's nothing, no animal was harmed. It's a beautiful thing that this food, this gift. But then when people like, yo, my house has got to be vegan. And I'm like, what now? And they're like,
Oh,
no,
okay,
the
okay.
wood has to be vegan. The goddamn
bike,
lights are
yeah.
vegan.
Your
Everything,
shoes, the bike.
shoes are vegan. Everything is vegan. Then I'm a bit like, geez, it's like a rough, like it's good. You're making life hard for yourself.
here's the thing. That's why even though I'm vegetarian and I don't eat meat or fish, the thing is why I don't say that I'm vegan is because I actually don't know what the fuck I eat sometimes. It's a thing. I like if you buy something from the store, it can have a bunch of shit on it. Like even the wine can contain some animal products or the beer or whatever. So I cannot afford like really like eco vegan wines that are like I don't even know. And the thing is, I buy my clothes from secondhand. So I don't know if it's real leather, if it's not, if it's fur, if it's I don't know because it's secondhand. Nobody knows. It's just it comes from some place, So it's really hard, and so I cannot say that my clothes are vegan or my shoes or my boots or my bicycle or I don't know. I honestly don't know. So that's why I avoid that word because if you state that you are vegan and it's a lifestyle, and if somebody sees you having a piece of cheese, you're gonna be fucked. You're so fucked. And it's gonna be a big drama. So I don't want that.
That gets me about veganism. That I can't even have. You can't have dairy, right? Because that comes from.
No, you cannot even have honey. And I don't agree with that because for me it's like, but the bees were not harmed.
They make it right. Dairy as well. Like at work, like meat is not murder. At worst, dairy is burglary. At worst, it's not murder. All right, like we can just do that.
Yeah, but the thing, it's an ethical question because the cow needs to be pregnant or giving, they don't produce milk just for no reason.
Okay.
So they, with the cows. So
so they got to do. I kind of.
So there is somebody who actually impregnates cows. I don't know how to say that. Correct.
So imagine putting that in your Bumble profile. Okay, yeah. So
I've seen worse there.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, what are you good? Well, I'm really good with gloves, like really long gloves. I'm good with that. Okay, so you're saying that the cows are not always making the milk. Now, statistically, some of the cows will be making the milk, but there's not enough. Like, you got to do something artificial
and
to the cow.
they're hooked with machines and
Well,
like,
okay, sure.
It's like they live in a cage and there's just like.
Well, you want to hope they're living in the cage, but the machine thing's not bad. Now, the little that I do know about animals from growing up in Australia is okay. No. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Leaving a cow in a little whatever thing, right? That this is no good. Okay, but the machine when they go to like, I'm gonna milk you, and they put this machine and it's got like 6 kind of tubes, I guess, with tubes at the end, and they're like a metal cylinder, right? And they basically get the cow's teeth and they go and then the 6 of them, and it. That's how it does the
it's
cow.
A lot of noises.
That's not the worst. Like, it's all right. Like, it does the job, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the cows produce the milk for the calves, not like for people. So they need to be like. It's disgusting. It's like an ethical question.
Okay, so there's a lot of humans, and while there may be some cows with a bunch of milk, there's not enough naturally. So we got to do some things. Prod them.
Yeah, it's not natural.
Give them
it's
some
not something like,
hormones.
a farmer has few cows and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's not some like really. It's an industry, so it's like, okay, you're not producing milk, we're gonna kill you, and like it's so it still causes death, and so. So it's like it's a lot of things and stuff.
I have been thinking for a while. I've been working. Okay, let me tell you about what's been happening with me then, and I'll bring it back to cows.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'll bring this back to cows.
Because I am the blah blah cows.
We've done now. Comedy Estonia has done, as I said, 20 stand-up comedy shows because it's only the 19th. Some shows are 2 shows a night, and I have this kind of thing where for some reason when I was writing comedy, I kept writing comedy about race. And I kept writing it about this issue or minorities or something. And I'm stupid and I say some dumb shit. And I didn't want to do it anymore. And I started to ask myself, why do I keep doing this? Like, is it just because I'm an outsider in a foreign country and I want to find that perspective? Am I just a fucking racist Australian? Most likely. And that's why I keep coming up with this stuff. But like, race is, when you talk about race in comedy, it's like any hard subject. To me, when you do any fucking difficult subject, it's like going through a swamp. You have to, like, a swamp up to your, like, waist. You have to push through it. You have to get through it. And sometimes you'll get through it fine. And sometimes you'll get caught up on some reeds underneath the surface and you'll die a horrible death. Cheers, Rando. See you, buddy. Right. And so I started to ask myself, why do I keep trying to write jokes about race when I'm like, this is a dumb topic? And it's not to say you can't talk about hard topics. You can, but you've either got to do one of 2 things. You either have to deflate the tension very well, be so stupid, basically, that it's silly, right? Or have such a good joke that we're like, that's a good joke, right? But it's hard.
Do you know why it's hard? Do you know why?
Because it's an emotionally difficult topic, or what do you?
No, because that's not what you really care about.
Okay.
I believe that.
All
okay,
right.
So you came to Estonia over 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you came here as an Australian, but you have become an Estonian.
Right. No, I get you. My girlfriend says that I'm just an Estonian who doesn't speak Estonian very well, and I'm like, oh, you think I'm retarded? Great, good, cool, very simple one. No, it's fine. Good. No, no, it's not. I take it as a compliment. Thank you.
So the thing is, like, I don't think that it's an issue for you. I don't think that this is something that you really think about. This is something that really reflects you. This is something that you care about. And that's why I think you find it difficult to talk about or like make jokes about.
Sure.
That's my opinion.
I'll be with you on that. I'm right on. So why do I need to?
Yeah, because you
I
actually don't believe yourself that you need to talk about it.
Sure. And I started to think, like, why am I doing this? Why am I making it like 10 times harder for myself by selecting a hard topic? And so I decided we had like we had one of our powwows, one of our group meetings, and we actually talked about this. Because I was like, Caleb, stop doing it, you fucking American fuck. Stop talking about black people as well. It's not working for us. And both of us, anyway. So I decided for the last like week that I'm like, I ain't gonna talk about race on stage. I will talk about anything else. I will talk about the dumbest shit. I don't care how dumb or how simplistic or how, like, if you're doing a joke and you're like, well, this is a stupid topic, or this is silly, or this is nothing. And I decided I'm not going to worry about that as long as I'm not talking about deep, like, topics like race. Yeah, because
for me,
shit.
it's like you have mentioned Jüri Ratas more in this show than Black Lives Matter, or, you know, like this, like, if you take literally, like, just you analyze what you're saying,
sure.
The more you talk about your balls even more. This is the stuff you care about. So make jokes about that. Like, you know. So Jüri Ratas and your balls.
Oh, my balls.
Your grill or whatever.
I think I was doing this joke last night that I kind of just came out with, where I was like, what if I shave my balls and powder them, and then each of them looks like Eric Ordigal's bald head? Anyway, it's a longer bit. There's a longer bit that I work up to with that.
No, but I already like it.
Right.
Because I can sense that there is something between you. There's some tensions, there's some beef or something between you and Orgo. So I know that you would come up with better jokes because that's actually shit that you care about, you think about, you know.
That's a good point. So I decided to not. So my point with the milk was, I was like, I'm going to joke about anything else. I don't care how stupid it seems. And so I started to write all these jokes about milk in a bag. And like, why does Estonia is the only country where the milk comes in the fucking bag still. The bag is like, you pick up that bag and you're all like, whoa, yeah. Like, the bag feels like it's going to break. But it doesn't break as much as you think it's going to break. It's our heritage
from Soviet Union.
Exactly. There's no good reason. We've got other containers. We've got better things. And you don't see milk. Like, milk only comes in 1 liter. There's not half a liter, not 2 liters, only 1 liter. Like, I love it. It's nostalgia. Like, yes. I might have BMW 7 Series. I live in an apartment. I have the startup in Rotomani, but I'm still connected to the nature because I have the bag of milk, and I've got that, like, that same. You put it in that same, like, plastic Soviet jug.
Yeah.
Like, it's brightly colored and shit. Everyone has. It's like brightly colored, but not too brightly colored. Like the Soviet Union bright colors were not that bright.
It was kind of faded, you know.
It was like faded out of the factory.
It's from your grandma. It's seen generations and stuff. But every time you move, you take that shit with you.
Yeah. We've all got the jug. And that's how we have the milk. And it's like, this is our heritage. This is nostalgia. This is Estonia. And right. So my point is, and I was like, one of them, I was like, do we like maybe the bag because we feel like we're milking a cow? You can. It's the nature. So this is how I brought this back around to cows.
Okay.
So I promised you I was going to bring it back around to cows.
You kept your promise. I got
10 minutes later.
Oh.
I've been trying to joke about cows and bags of milk because it's just stupid and easier than anything else.
And I totally agree, because that's something you notice. It's like your everyday life. I don't think that you go to protest and you really think deeply about these complicated issues and you're really writing your, like, bachelor's degree, like you know, like some, like, it's like, it's not something that you deeply interact or care about, so it's not gonna work. And people see what is genuine on stage or what is not.
It's a good point.
And for me, it's always like, I always ask myself, where does this joke come from? Does it come from a place of anger or a place of love? So let's say, like, because I actually, like, even if I have shitty days or whatever, I don't hate those guys. I find it funny in some way. And the thing I used to do when I was doing, like, stand-up was that I sometimes just read the stuff that guys text me, because I find it funny, and I didn't know if it's gonna work, but people actually could relate to it, and I found a connection. And that's where the podcast, like, I continued that with my podcast and stuff, just commenting, like, so you text me this, and I just reacted. I was just like, really, like, and that's all I said. But that was something I was like, why are you gonna send me this cheap pickup line? Or, you know, I was just like what are you really trying to say, you know? And it wasn't like a joke and a punchline. Really, it wasn't really deep. It didn't say anything. It was just like, this random dude texted me, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm too old for this shit. I was 26 already. I'm over it, honey. People actually enjoyed that more. And as soon as I started to overthink, and I was expressing some whatever, I was frustrated with something, and it didn't come up from a place of genuine thing, so it didn't work. It didn't work on stage. It didn't. I could see it. But as long as I'm myself, and I'm gonna tell you the things that I find funny actually, and I sincerely do, then people are like, yes. We're on board. Good. We're on board. Okay.
That's a nice philosophy, which you clearly have seemed to take through with your podcast, which I would imagine why it's popular, why so many people connect with it.
Yeah.
It's a good way of being. Yeah. I mean, it is hard. I mean, it's hard as an artist to find those things to talk about. I sit there sometimes with my writing book, going, what am I going to write about? Mm-hmm. It's hard to find that. What do I have an opinion about?
But the world is ending. Who gives a fuck? It's because I was thinking it's been so long time since from the last time I hold a microphone. So when I'm gonna go on stage, I'm gonna fuck up so much because I'm so I'm doing a podcast with, what's your name, Marianne? Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, Marianne. I'm gonna it's gonna feel like I'm doing this all over again, first time, or I'm not in my groove, or I'm just sweating. Okay, I'm sweating all the time, but I'm just gonna be but I was thinking actually there are some things I've been writing down, especially from Bumble, because this is some new shit. And I love it, and it comes from a really genuine. It's not a place of hate or hurt or something like that. I'm I'm just hey, that's just life, and I laugh at myself, and you're okay to laugh with me.
I think you should, to turn your own advice back to you. I mean, yeah, if you did want to come back and do a little stand-up, I would lean into those things that you just talked about. And that I would lean into the idea that in the audience, the people know who you are. Which I'm not trying to say that as comedians, I've got to be famous for people to like me or something, right? It's not that. It's why do we, when the big star, Jimmy Carr comes to Tallinn, not that that would ever be happening, when he comes to Tallinn, why do we applaud and we give him every benefit of the doubt? Because we know him, or, we've seen so much of his work, the star. And when the audience is on board for who you are, then they're willing to go with it much more. So it's not about I've got to be famous to do stand-up.
Absolutely.
No, there is a little bit of the ninja samurai idea, I will just have the best jokes. They will not know anything about me, but I will slay them with my jokes. Yeah, that's all right. That's one way to look at it, for sure. But I think if there are people watching your stand-up who know much more about your background, maybe even heard a few episodes, get where you're coming from, this is still a legit way to do it, right?
I was actually thinking, maybe in the summertime I want to try a couple of open mics. I don't know, for me, I'm not afraid to do bad on stage anymore. I'm not afraid to bomb, actually. And you know why? It's so weird, because during the coronavirus, we have been doing these live streams, and also I was doing one YouTube live when it was just me talking. I don't know, it was 45 minutes of me just talking and then answering questions. Fuck, it's so hard just to so I'm talking with my fucking phone, and I can get no feedback. It's and it's I'm in my apartment alone, and it's so awkward. It is, but I just try and do just go with it. Just go with it. Don't think about it. Just say what you want to say and have a point, be on point, and I just at first the first 10 minutes I was just but later I just let it go, and I was just myself, and I got really great feedback. As soon as I let it go, as soon as I was just not worrying how much people are looking or what I'm gonna I'm not funny, I'm not funny, do people know me or they don't, or they get me or they don't get me. I was just, okay, I'm Sille-Kadri motherfucking Simmer, I have something to say, okay? And I'm gonna say it, And I wasn't afraid of the camera, because I had a really big issue being in front of camera. I don't like people taking pictures of me, and now I was oh yeah, whatever, who cares? End of the world, I don't care. We're all dying and shit, I don't care.
That's good that you got over that. That's good.
I kind of found my confidence in a weird way. It's weird, and it's also thanks to you because we've been doing like every Friday. It's like a regular thing. You know, we get together. Even if I don't want to, but,
Tell us the real truth.
And I remember the first 2 episodes, I saw so much like fucking hate towards me and like really mean comment. Like it was really like, I was like, and then my friend was like, Sille, but do you really care? Like, does it really affect your like?
It's one of those deep moments from
like,
your friends.
and I was just like, but why? Like, but like, it's like, it's just a name. Like they don't pay your pills. They have no mind, you know. It's like don't give a fuck about it. And I was just like, I honestly don't care. I don't know why I get so frustrated because I was trying something new and I was nervous about it. So I was like insecure and stuff. But later on, I was just like, yeah, let's do it. Whatever.
Well, that's all right. That's a good attitude to have. That's nice.
I think so too. So it's actually this crisis. I learned a lot about myself. So.
I like it. For me, the crisis was one of the best times of my life.
Really?
I would say. Honestly, I would.
Wow.
Because we've been running Comedy Estonia for almost 10 years, and it's really been non-stop. And if anybody knows me, they know that last winter, I mean, every winter is not that great for me, but last winter was particularly bad. Sort of I get depression, whatever. But just like the grind and getting into it. And I was sticking with it because I loved this so much, and I love my company and I love everything that we do, that I'm going to dig in and keep going. But you know, it's very obvious to everybody that I was struggling, and this lockdown gave me the time to reset. All of a sudden, all the shit went away. No tasks were due, no emails, international deals not needed. All that was needed of me was to lead the team. That's all I had to do. My job was boiled down to pure leadership. We don't know what's happening. We need to work out we're completely blind, and there was even those days we don't know what's happening next week, you know, or some shit. And you just
need to adapt and be okay with it.
Yeah, and I loved it that my whole job was about leadership, not about some spreadsheet anymore or what, you know, it was just, and it forced me to accept reality. Okay, the accountant says we can last this many months. All right. Cool. I have no choice but to accept that. There is nothing I can do about that. And it taught me that I'm like, I just like the leading bit more. And then I want to lean into that. So it gave me the view that stop worrying about all those stop running your own little shitty projects. Stop, just mentor and lead your team. And that is the best thing that can happen.
Because the situation was like kind of out of your control because... Right. You know, you're not the one managing what's happening in the world, because that's not like, and it's really sometimes like losing control is the scariest thing. Like, I don't know what's happening. Everything is a chaos. I don't know what tomorrow brings. And I think it was like stressful for the first couple of weeks. Sure. And then
I tell you what,
you adapted really well, like quickly, and you were just like, why are you stressing, Sille? Why are you worrying? And I was like, you know, because I'm a drama queen, so I overreacted. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm just like, one day I need 1 day to fucking overreact, go like a wall, and just go batshit crazy. And then next day I'm like, yeah, totally fine. I'm a hippie now.
It takes some time. Yeah. We had one incident that stands out for me about how people react was back when the lockdown first started. We were in the middle of Sanders tour. We didn't know how that was going to go. You know, will it be 1 week, 2 months, 3 months? And we're taking it and we're trying to communicate as much as possible. We're trying to give people all the info, and we move one show back and then has to be moved back again and all of this. And we would and we know that some people had to get refunds. We understood that. That's how the law says. That's what we want to do as well. But I think there was something at the time that were like, yo, we're going to give you your refunds in 2 weeks or something. It was something like that. I can't particularly remember. And I remember we had only a few, probably 3 or 4, and of people who contacted us, and they were super angry. Like, they're super upset. that they can't get their refund today and this is bullshit and all of this. And in fairness, my dear colleague Hellerine, she took most of those and she dealt with, some person calling her up and giving her an earful about why it's now, why it's not 2 weeks and all of that. And we had a discussion about this, that no one is that mad about not getting their ticket money back, right? No one is that. It's not like out of nowhere, there's nothing else wrong with your life, and you instantly get that mad that I can't get 20 euros worth of tickets back. No, these people are scared, they're worried, their whole life is going upside down, everything is uncertain, they're probably going to lose their job next week. And so that's why they're overreacting and they're feeling emotional and I think that helped Hella when we talked about it and we explained that no, it's not about...
It's not about you. It's not about us. It's not about the thing.
It's just them. Yeah. Just in that moment they're in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it sucks to hear someone chew you out, but just listen to them, say, thank you, sir, that's fine, and, 2 weeks.
Because even I flipped the fuck out at Silver, okay?
How? What?
I almost made the lady cry.
What, the cashier chick? What? It was like, I want my 2 cents change or what?
No, I don't give a fuck about the money, okay? Like, let me tell me, but okay, there's one thing that really pisses me off. If I see you don't have your shit together, and I'm like, I'm a customer, you should have your shit together.
Okay, I get that, sure.
So here's the thing. I went with my colleagues. We had this little get together. We just need to buy some stuff, and then we're gonna go and have a grill and spend some time. And I was like, okay, guys, I'm just gonna grab 2 beers and I'm ready to go. So I was in Selver. So stupid story now, but I remember how I reacted. So I literally got 2 beers and I was like, okay, there was a lot of people. There was only one cashier available. So only like the one counter was open, which is like, it's Spirita. Okay. Like there's like 1 million people here. Okay, whatever. So I decided that I'm going to use the self-check, like the self-encounter. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to use the beep boop, the machine that they have. And then I go there and they're closed basically. Like it's like only 3 of them are open, the machines. So I had to wait in line. Then I want to pay and then the machine breaks down. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And then Silla breaks down.
And I'm like, just like, okay. And then this lady comes, the customer service, and like, just wait a minute. And I'm like, okay. And she doesn't come back. And I'm like, what the fuck? I cannot pay. Like, what's wrong with this machine? I don't know. I cannot use any other machines. And I'm just waiting there, like, just like literally. And it's taking forever. And it's like, oh, okay. You are like randomly chosen to have like the counter check-in or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like
they want to check your shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I have 2 beers. 1, 2, wanna pay? Can I pay, please? And no, you have to go to the cashier. It's like, what? I was like, okay. So from the one big line from the self-check, so I was sent like back and forth. And then I go there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for, to pay. But it's been already like 15 minutes to buy 2 beers. And like everybody's waiting outside, they're coming in. They're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck, okay? I'm just like standing there in a line. And there's like customer service coming and going. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's acknowledging me. And I'm just saying like, okay, but I was told to go there. And I'm just standing there. What the fuck, And then because they are not attending me because there was a problem before me that some girls' mobile pay doesn't work. So I was like, okay. And then I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I got so frustrated. And then this cashier tells me like, why are you looking at me like this? And I was like, I'm telling you why I'm looking at you like this. I've been waiting for the fucking 20 minutes to pay for 2 beers. I just want to like throw you my cash and get the fuck out of here. Like, and I went off. I was like, you have only one cashier like available. This is not okay. Like I fucking flipped the shit out. I know it was too much. Okay, I know. I was way out of line. But I was just because, and the thing was, why I got so mad was like, don't look at me like that. Like, I don't even earn that much money. And like, this is a shitty job. I was like, no, honey, I didn't say that your job is shitty. I said that the situation is shitty and you need to fucking fix it because I've been waiting for 20 minutes from 3 different places. I cannot pay. Like, I'm literally gonna walk out. I don't give a shit. Like, you can call the cops. Like, I'm gonna give them some attitude, okay? And it's like, why are you yelling at me? I was like, because you told me just you don't give a fuck, okay? Like, so I was like, it was a big drama. And then they were like, okay, we're just gonna like, they were just like, whatever, like you can pay now. And I was like, like, yes, thank you for taking my money. It was so frustrating for me, and because I was so fed up with the corona, the like all the rules and 2+2 and this is closed and this is closed and you cannot go there and you are not allowed to go. And it was just like, like, can I please just pay? Like, can I, like, please, can you allow me to pay? And then they were like, you can write a complaint to him. I was like, you bet your ass I'm going to write a complaint. I did not. I didn't. But it was like a really shitty, and I was just like, I hate Selver.
That frustration that we're all... One thing that's helped me to not be an asshole in customer service, because we can all do that, right? We can all be in that situation that you're in. I want to get my beers, but they're dicking me around. There's only one person. What's going on? We can all be a dick in customer service sometimes. One thing that's helped me is to sit back and remember, like, if I do something, we're going to have to do this in English. And that just adds a whole new complicated layer to this, that this poor fuck... He's working at Selva, and then all of a sudden we're going to be going off in English, and he's trying to communicate, and I see someone struggling with the words, and I'm like, oh, I truly am an asshole. And it's helped me. Look, there can be many different things that can help you not be a dick in social circumstances. That's the thing that taught me.
No, for me, I eventually calmed down. I just said, like, no, I'm not saying anything about you or your work. I'm just saying that this situation is not okay, and I'm not okay with this situation. That's why I get frustrated. Of course, I get frustrated because people are waiting for me. Like, it's like...
Don't you know I'm from Tissident podcast?
No, I would never do that. I worked in a restaurant for 11 years, and I can see in any situation, like, is it the customer's fault? Is it the place? Like, what's going on? I can see that they were understaffed. There's a certain level, like, I can respect, I can understand. But if you're gonna tell me that your salary is shitty, I'm sorry, but this... So what? This is not my problem. I'm sorry, but like, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is something that you never tell a customer, that, oh, I don't earn much to care. I don't earn enough to care.
And I would agree with you on that. If we're looking at the skills that a salesperson should have, again, this fucking person works for Selva. Like, and I'm not trying to speak down on somebody who works for Selva, but I'm not even sure that Selva are giving their staff that level of customer service training. They're like, yo, do you breathe? Okay, go to the checkout.
Even if that's the case. And I totally, like, I was like, the thing was like, I was not picking on her. I said, I'm pissed because of this was happening. Like, I was trying to explain, and like, don't tell me like why I'm looking at you like this, because yes, this is my face and I'm really expressive. Like, you can see that when I'm pissed, I'm pissed. Like, you cannot be like, I don't have a poker face, okay? I cannot hide my emotions. So I was like, do not come from my face, okay? So it was...
It's the same thing you said to the Lithuanian guy. Do not come for my face, okay? In any form whatsoever, do not come for my face.
Well, if it would be a threesome, then I can say, come to her.
Then it would be, yeah, not mine. I mean, he could just come. He doesn't have to be with his dick. He could just come, with his face to your face. But anyway, sure, you went dick. Sure, no problems. Trademark Sille-Kadri Simmer immediately goes to dick talk.
It's actually been super interesting using Bumble. Like, for me, because it's like my first time using dating apps, and it's just like, it was kind of addictive, because I was like, okay,
they're meant to be addictive, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I was just like, ooh, what else can I find here? Because, like, you find profiles that are so hilarious. I'm like, are you for real? Like, are you for real? Because I don't understand, like, guys who put, like, cheap pickup lines to their profile. Like, really, like, I'm like, wow.
I guess they're just like, next. Like, that's the quantity over quality.
I was like, because is that your personality? Cheap pickup lines that you didn't even come up with by yourself?
We had such a funny moment 2 weeks ago with Mariana.
What?
And when she was talking about doing Tinder dates and all that. And I said, yo, so how come you're not on Bumble? And she said, "Oh, I don't like to date foreigners." And I laughed. And I laughed. And I laughed.
She told me that. Yeah, I saw the moment.
So funny.
Yeah. That's actually a big difference between us because she's like, I don't want to be a tour guide, but you know,
right on. And I agree with her. You know, I absolutely sympathize with a lot of her point of views.
I have the time to show you around.
Yeah, you show the Lithuanian guys around. Sure. No, I get that. Like, I think I expressed in that thing. You know, I do get that there's an extra burden of responsibility of being with a foreign guy. Not me. I'm Estonian these days. Well, I'm not enough to automatically get a visa, but I'm enough.
Is your visa up?
Well, it's being renewed right now.
Oh, shit.
And what was okay? So it is in August. It's up for review. So very diligent resident. I already put my application in, and then I get an email that has all these questions, like all these fucking questions, like questions I didn't get 5 years ago when I last did it, and it was stuff like, "Yo, they want to see the Comedy Estonia business plan." I'm like,
you should send a link of Art Asper's comedy. Like,
yeah, this is it. I was going to send him instead a picture of Ari's ass on Twitter. That's our business plan, bitch. That's it. So, yeah, they wanted to know all this info. What's my business plan? They even had one, like the second to last question was even like, what are your plans in general? Like, just like, yo, what? And I was like, what? Huh?
Like,
and I've talked so much on this podcast about my aversion to police and how I'm very wary about them and all this shit. And you get a policeman going, yo, just in general, tell us about your plans. And I'm like, I'm telling you shit.
Are we on a date?
Yeah. And it really overcame me because I was like, they want to see a business plan for Comedy Estonia with the 3-year, with like exact numbers about what you want to do in 3 years. I'm like, I don't know if you know the nature of my company. And like, am I being judged on this? Like, am I gonna, if my business plan isn't good enough, do I not get to stay or some shit? And I was really freaked out about it. And eventually I got through to like a consultant there, not the exact person who's my whatever judge. But they said that no, they just asked these questions now. They literally though did say in Estonian, they want to make it a conversation. And I went, all right. Okay. So they just want to know shit about you, get a feeling for who you are, what's happening.
Well, don't betray the country.
I'm trying not to.
Be ambitious. Say somewhere startup. Doesn't matter if it's in context or not, just startup.
Skype startup, yes.
No, don't say Skype.
Yeah.
We don't
so
like
I wrote, and then I mean, it freaked me out for a fair few number of days. And then I eventually just went, you know what? If they're going to not like me, they're not going to like me. So I wrote like a 6-page business plan about everything we're doing and what's happening.
It's
and
more than enough.
Yeah, I told them everything. And I was like, here's the tickets we sold. And yeah, I don't know if you've heard of a thing called Corona. That's been of a problem right now. But actually, if we, what I did discover with our plan is that if we stick with our plan, if we do Sanders tour in the autumn, and then if we go into our autumn tour, our Sugas tour as well, which we typically have after that, we will pretty much sell the same amount of tickets as last year.
Nice.
We won't be that far behind.
Okay.
Because Ari Mati's tour in January sold so many fucking tickets that will balance it all out.
Yeah.
So actually, we're going to be pretty even on at least raw number of tickets sold for the last year.
It's like a rough estimation.
Yeah. I mean, spoiler alert, Comedy Estonia is going to be fine. We made it through. It's okay. Everything's all right. So, yeah, I submitted all this information to Visa Lady person, and I'm like, if you want to come in, I'm more than happy to talk to you about this for hours. And I'll be hashtag check out Comedy Guy podcast.
I'm so glad that they're not checking my background because I would be evicted. Like, what is your plan? What the fuck? Who the fuck are you to ask me what my plan is? Like, who the fuck are you? What is your business plan? Because it's so funny. So you ask a foreigner all these questions. Are you worthy to
Yeah,
be
look,
in.
that's what it felt at
It's kind
first.
of, yeah, for me, that is so rude.
But then again, I had to submit a new picture, my fingerprints, and a signature. And you can do that by just going to the PPA office, and they've got like a booth. You don't even need an appointment. You just walk in, you stick your ID card in, and it goes, yo, okay, picture, yo, signature, yo, that.
Yeah.
And it happens straight away. But they were I walked in there, and there was some police officers or whoever. I don't know if they're actually called police officers. Whatever.
Security guards.
Security. No, but they're like real members of the PPA.
Oh, okay.
I guess they're police officers, right? I don't know. I want to get the correct terming now that we're all with Mariana and she's a deputy, but not a real. Anyway,
Public servants.
they were real nice to me. They were like the
Oh.
police. They were super nice. They spoke English. I went to Tammsaare. They spoke English. They were super nice. They let me in. And even though they don't know anything about me, that made me feel better. Because you just get this email and it's like, yo, tell us everything about you and we're going to judge you.
Yeah.
And maybe, your life hangs in our hands. And I'm like,
Because like it's kind of like you have to prove that you're good enough to stay.
that's what it felt like.
and
yeah.
it's bullshit. It's totally bullshit.
But I get it. I mean, look, on
Like-
one level, I do need to accept that this is the life that I accept. If I accept this life and I like my life, I do need to be like, okay, every 5 years, I'm going to have to do this. Now, the other, okay, all right. The other reason why I think of this very stoically is because I think there is a path to something called permanent residency, which I would be eligible for. I think I've been here long enough that I'm eligible for permanent residency, but you know what I can't do? Speak B1 Estonian. So that's...
But actually, there's a simple solution.
Uh-huh.
Get married. Okay, get the fuck married. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, you're talking about this law and this and that and like 5 years and blah, blah. Bullshit. Get the fuck married. Like everybody else. Get
My
married.
girlfriend, I think I'll be like... I think she'll be like, yo, enjoy Australia.
You already fucked that up.
We get married, I'll be like, come on, just the visa, baby. Don't worry about it. Just the visa. You're like, yo, enjoy them kangaroos. Okay, say hello to Skippy for me, all right?
Let me give you a tip. I know a perfect plan that she cannot say no.
What's that?
You propose on on her birthday.
Oh, dang.
She cannot say no because she's already excited, elevated. It's her birthday party. In front of all of her friends, you're going to propose. And she's like, fuck.
Dang. You
That's
really
a bulletproof.
tapping into that womanly sort of instinct feelings there.
That's like 100% guaranteed.
Okay.
Like I know it's going to work. Like
On her birthday, this is the advice that
I don't
Sille-Kadri's
know.
giving to all guys.
I don't know when it is.
Okay, you
but
want to no. You want to lock that shit in with your girl on the birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
because like it's a special day. It's about her.
Mm-hmm.
You know. It's a day about her. She already feels special. Everybody is wishing her well. It's like you're already in a kind of like elevated mood. You're just like you're so happy, and you know it's just you're not even thinking. And then some foreigner is like, "Will you marry her?" You're like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah!" Like, I know it works.
So what you're saying is Lithuanian guy should have taken you out on your birthday. It'd be like 10 shots for Sille's birthday. You're like, oh.
Okay, if it's my birthday, I will drink whatever. Like, there's different rules in
Okay,
November. Okay.
There's 364 days where that shit won't work, but there is one. It's too bad. He had a 1 in 365 chance of hitting the Sille jackpot, and he didn't. His number didn't come up. The wrong day.
Because actually, after my birthday parties, I usually get a little bit depressed because you know that day I get so much attention, people texting, calling, getting me presents, praise. So I have so much stuff, people making videos about me, whatever. Like it's a lot, you know. And the next day nobody gives a shit. So it's like, you know, it's not in balance. So I kind of feel like shit the next day. Of course, I have a hangover.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You think that might be it? The hangover, the brutal
No.
hangover that you have every
No.
birthday plus one.
No, who said I stopped drinking? I usually drink for a week when it's my birthday. So I drag it out as long as I can. But it's like kind of like ecstasy for me. It's just like, oh my god, it's my birthday. It's the most important day of the year. You know, I go crazy. So if somebody wants to marry me, that's the thing. And I would be like, yes, of course, yeah, absolutely.
That's the secret, guys.
Secret to a woman's heart, you know.
Propose on the birthday. I like it. Oh, good one.
But because it's so special, you know. It's like, come on, that's the ultimate, and you don't have to give her a gift. Because it's already like, you know,
Sure,
you're the gift. You're like,
that's the gift. True. Oh, I can save money as well as get a visa. This plan sounds great. What was I thinking? So I hope I can get a visa. I hope.
I'm pretty sure.
Backup plans. Yeah, I hope because you gotta.
But for me, it was just always like when I heard like somebody moving to America and they had to know all the history. There was like a lot of
that's citizenship, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, like to get the citizenship and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, most of Americans are fucking dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about their history. But you, as a foreigner, have to be the fucking expert. And for me, it was like, because you know I'm a hippie, so I believe like we're all born in the same planet, and you know we should. Share and stuff. That's what I believe, and that's bullshit. Like somebody is being like judged, like, oh, you don't have your shit figured out, you don't belong here. Like, who cares? Come on, you've been here long enough. They should give you the
Just get the medal of
citizen of the year.
Yeah, why am I shaking the president's hand every year? No, it's fine, and I just accept it. It's all right. You just gotta.
Why
you know.
You're not like the diplomat of Australia or some shit like that?
There is an ambassador.
Ambassador.
There is an ambassador, but I don't think that it's a she. Her name, I forget her name. We were talking on Twitter that I don't think she's here full time. I think she might be based in Sweden, which means she ain't gonna be here for a while. Yeah, but it's not me.
So
I'm not the ambassador.
Because it would be so convenient. Everybody knows Louis.
Yeah, I would like that diplomatic immunity as well. That would be good. You can park. I could park the Volvo anywhere I want. That's why I want to be the ambassador. You got those CD number plates.
What else can you do if you have the immunity? Can you like smoke weed publicly? It's like it's legal in Australia or something.
Can I just walk into our kiosk and be like, yo, I want that Kit Kat? No, you have to buy it for 49 cents. I'm like, no.
Bitch.
I want that. I want the Kit Kat.
Or something like, could you like...
ambassador.
Yeah. Could you do shit like that? Just be like I go fuck, like I have immunity.
Well, I know at least what the Russians used to do very much with their diplomatic cars is they would always speed down Talentatu Highway. So they would have a list of speeding tickets like as long as your arm, and B, get another list of parking tickets as long as your arm. And at one stage, they did have to invite the Russian ambassador in to be like, yo, we have a list of your speeding and parking tickets. And it was like literally, you know, a bit of unfolding paper down. Here's all the parking tickets. And he's like, what? And what can they do? Like, oh, also plane fly into airspace. Sorry. Like, what are you going to do? Cause an incident? Like, nah. So that's why you always see those Russian cars, just like the CD number, they park wherever the fuck they want.
You would love that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, like.
I do that already half the time, so yeah.
But you could get away with it legally. Loophole, like.
Duh. Dear me. Do you need to head off soon or something? You know, I gotta pee maybe.
We can just wrap it up, yeah.
We can wrap it up soon.
So
it's
I
all
think
good. We said we were going to do a short one anyway.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
keep it short. Keep it that. We're still not sure about next week. We've got to work out the schedules. I think I'm here in Thailand, but you know, we can
it's Mariana's birthday.
Oh, that's right. So the plan is next Friday, it's Mariana's birthday. And ciao, Henry. Mariana's birthday, she's having a garden party. Oh, yes, we're going to the garden party. So what we're going to do is do the stream.
Yes.
And how do you say get shit-faced?
Yes.
I think that's the term.
Shit-faced is the term.
We get shit-faced and then we show up shit-faced to Mariana's party.
It's like, what up, Mariana? Woo!
The best stream. Thanks, Henry. That's nice of you, bro. I appreciate that. He says it's the nicest stream he's watched.
It's just because of my tits.
He's only watched one stream, but is it?
If it's not, then I wasted that rest. I'm like, I put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah.
Second hand, but I put a lot of effort.
How do you put effort? You put the dress on. What's the effort? I don't get it.
You don't know what's underneath the dress. Like, I need to keep shit up, and I need to like.
To keep it up.
I always contour my tits when I come here. Like,
contour, yo. Like what? You're like
I paint it.
Oh, with the makeup. Just give a little
contouring.
bronzer, a little bit of a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird women stuff, you know.
Yeah, so you start to see me as a woman. That's the thing. You start to be like, look, here it is. And I'm like, look. Maybe sometimes think of me as Lithuanian. That's all I'm trying to say.
So anyway, yeah.
All right, good.
So we're going to do the stream next week because I'm on a holiday.
Yeah, okay, we'll do it. We will do it next week. Locked
Yes.
in. We're going to do it. Stream next week. We're not sure. Maybe 5 again. Maybe 5 to 7 or something. Let's see.
Yeah, then
5
we're
to
going to
6.
crash the party.
Go to Mariana's.
And we're going to be kicked out. Maybe we're going to have police escort.
Oh, yeah. No, but if Mariana kicks us out, that is the police kicking us out. Yeah. Rock and roll.
Oh, shit. My career is over with her. Like, she would be so pissed. We have to bring her some really nice gifts.
All right.
You're gonna bring a present, of course.
Oh yeah. What we got? Okay, we'll work out later. What would Mariana like? What would be?
I know what she likes.
Okay, you know things. All right, don't tell me. You can tell. You can tell me later. Cool, guys. All right. Well, thank you very much for listening to the stream. We appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been a while. It's been since we've been here, so it feels good to be back into it again.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go enjoy Friday. Okay. Ciao.
Yes. Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.